Hello everyone, it's Nick here and welcome to another review on the channel. On the ZX Spectrum, it's a homebrew, it's C for Crabby, published by Gabriele Amore in 2013. It's been authored with something called Classic Game Designer, which I'm a bit unfamiliar with, but if you can track it down, you can create something a bit like this. Nice title page here and some good music starting as well. Now, from what I can make out, you control, a creature who must capture all the yellow things. Capture all the crabs, I presume. Anyway, right, so here we go. It's a little bit awkward in the play, but I'm controlling this yellow thing. You might be able to make it out just in the top right there. I've got to hit all the other yellow things. Oops, and if I hit the blue or the red things, I'm dead, or the creature's going around. So it's a little bit complicated to find out what's going on, but concentrate on that crab in the middle there. Once I've done that, there's a magenta thing on the bottom right. I then have to hit that, sort of like a gateway. So I'm trying to go around. Every time I take my fingers off the controls, the crab will drop down. So it's like in the water, floating about. Right, collect yellow stuff. There we go. Hopefully you can make sense of this. So it feels a bit basic, although it's not in basic. There, the graphics are sort of like one 8x8 block redefined. They need to be a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit flickery, but if you can master it, well done. Right, so, and I've just got hit by something else. Sometimes the gameplay seems a little bit unfair. This is not expert gameplay, dodgy gameplay, nincompoop chat. See how you got on with your first or second go. Every Wednesday we tend to review a homebrew on the ZX Spectrum. This is 2013. It's going back a little way at time of recording. If you want to download this for free, you can get it from Spectrum Computing if you're running emulation, and probably World of Spectrum as well. But yes, there we go. So if one site's down, which sometimes they are, then you can use the other one. Right, I've done it. Good job. Good. I completed that on my first go. So that level's called Somewhere Below the Sea. Screen 1. Now we're on screen 2. I do like that font at the bottom. A silent castle awaits. So this is a bit easy to see what's going on here. So I'm going to click the first key on the left. Work my way down. Things going backward and forward on bits of seaweed. I need to get the yellow keys this time. So focus on the yellow things. There. Now, awkwardly, that you're yellow as well. They should have made you a different colour to everything else, so sometimes it's hard to see where you are in course of all the action. But this level 2 touchwood looks slightly easier than level 1. Oh man, sometimes the enemies wink in and out of existence, which is making it hard to see where I'm going. It's a bit of luck involved. Right, next, get into the castle, and I should be there. Biff. 2 stages done. Lives free, that's on the bottom right, so you can keep an eye on that. Okay. Was that the theme music of Blue Peter as well? I can't remember what that was called, but it's used in quite a lot of watery sort of like games. I think it's used in Worse Things Happen at Sea, which is a great game. Right. Now, sorry if you're losing track of where I am. You do have to keep your eyes peeled here. I'm the one that's a yellow crab that's moving roughly in the top middle at the moment, and I've hit that red thing. It's very unforgiving with the collision detection. It's very hard to see what enemies are going to kill you and what aren't. So that's my main criticism of this game. It's very hard, maybe it's my failing eyesight as I get older, it's very hard to see where you are when everything else is moving at the same time. I'm losing track of where I am sometimes, the amount of other yellow things that look similar to me, so you have to concentrate. This one is called Will You Survive Its Deadly Maze, and the answer to that is no. Well, I quite liked it, although it was, as I say, tricky to see. If the author comments, quite often they do. Gabriel has commented before, so I'll pin him to the top. Sometimes there's stuff I'm not quite understanding or getting, and the author will correct me there, or add or say some extra bits about the game I didn't quite touch. So look at the baddies in the bottom left, avoid them. There's the goodies, just above that. Collect all those. So really, collect yellow stuff normally, unless you're not supposed to. So stage 1, Somewhere Below the Sea. The time is in the left there, but is that is ticking down, but extremely slowly. You start off with 5 lives. Right, come on, Nico, you can do this. Let's see if I can get a bit further than before. So you can at least do level 1. You should be able to do level 1 there, unless you're playing like a Wally. If I can do it, my gameplay is not the bestest in the world. It's like I'm the average man. So it's recreating what your experiences would be without being a super genius about the thing, to try and get a rough idea of what your first or second go is going to be like. A little bit different with the homebrews, of course, because you wouldn't have had those back in the day. The wiggly sea is nice, but it's confusing it somewhat. It's like looking at a magic eye, but a nice watery theme, and I like what they've done here. I can't really think of anything too similar to this. So there's a bit of a gravity involved when the crab keeps dropping down in the water. So that adds up to a bit of extra skill of play, and I've done it again. So stage 1 isn't causing too much trouble for me, so hopefully it doesn't cause too much trouble for you. I'm using Q, A, O and P, up, down, left and right. You can redefine those if you want to, which is quite welcome. I do like a redefine keys, but I tend to use Q, A, O, P anyway, if not using the joystick. The worst keyboard combinations for me are the cursor keys, because I just get terribly confused. 8, 7, 6, 5, what's left, what's right, what's up, what's down. Normally zeros fire, I don't get on with that at all. But yeah, Q, A, O, P for the win. You did get some very, very strange layouts sometimes that some programmers left you with no redefines. Ant-Attack's a great game, but they didn't have any redefine on that. It could have been so much better with that. Anywho, it's what the ZX Spectrum did. Probably some 8-bit computers as well, Commodore 64 and Amstrad CPC, which we haven't covered, and BBC Micro as well. Now, I don't cover Amstrad CPC or BBC Micro, but that doesn't mean there's a bit of a misconveyance out there, if indeed that is a word, that I hate those systems. I don't. I love them. As a historian, I like to look at all these things, but that's a system we don't cover. So we're building out a catalogue of the existing games. Whether we do them in the future years ahead, I don't know. NES, Master System, Game Gear, who knows what the future, right? What? Say a word, Nicky, that makes sense. We'll reveal, that'll do. But the main system we cover on the channel, we cover a few, but ZX Spectrum is the main one. And at the time of recording, just heading up to 1,400 reviews, which is quite a few, isn't it? No one had 1,400 games, I don't think. You wouldn't have had the amount of tape space in your bedroom. Stage 3, will you survive? It's Deadly Maze. I don't know. Well, we've got 3 lives left. Got a chance, I suppose. I'm getting used to the controls a little bit more as I play. My eyes are fixing onto my crab a bit more. So what we've got at the top there, we've got 2 keys. And that should be done, and then we need to get to the... Oh no, I was so close then. Every time you die, you've got to start the stage all over again, from scratch. Oops. Oopsie. As Popeye would say. Put your favourite sea-themed game below. With 2 that stream to mind on the ZX Spectrum, there's Booty, which is quite popular, and Worst Things Happen at Sea. And if you can call it a sea game, I suppose you can a little bit. Plunder, I love that. We had to stop the Spanish Armada from getting enough gold to conquer England. I love that game. It's a good old game. But yeah, it wasn't a big hit back in the day. I think we got given it as a copy from someone. I never saw it in the shops, but it was a great one. I like games like that and the Wild Bunch as well, although a Wild Bunch is not at sea, although you could hack into it and change it. I've always wanted some modder to hack into the Wild Bunch, turn it to a space sort of like game, but that's never happened. Maybe I should have done it, but I live in hope. A lot of other games have been modded. Attic Attack as well. Big High Rise, Alan Turvey. He did a Halloween version. He's done an Arctic version. He's even done a version with me in. Haven't heard from him for a while, but he's still coding stuff. Well done him. Yeah, we've done a lot of reviews from his games as well, ending in RX quite often. But he's done other ones too. This one, yeah, it looks nice. Well, does it? It's a bit complicated on the eye, but it plays quite well once you get used to the thing. Will I complete stage 3? I have completed stage 3. Let's see what stage 4 reveals. Don't know how many stages it's got, but I like the way I'm growing to it. The better I get, and as you know, as a kid, you tended to gravitate to the games you were good at. So it looks like, although initially it looks rather complicated, it looks like if you persist with it, your Spectrum eyes then kick into gear, and it's an okay game. Right? It's certainly novel. But look at all this stuff flying around here, right? That's got that one. Sometimes a bit of luck is required. So I've got to collect all those yellow keys left now. In theory, if I take my time, I should be able to do it. I mean, time's now 14. Seems quite generous. Oh, look at that. That was a shame. Last life left. Gotta do it now, or else it's Boo Boo City. If you're living in Boo Boo City, then comment in the comment section below. Right, skulls going up and down on spikes and flying around the place. And I've died again. Well, that was darn unlucky. Yes, I quite like that overall. Yeah, one of those weird ones where I gradually like it the more I sort of like play. Well done. So yeah, overall, good game, good music. I like the title page and the presentation too. A nice one. So I hope you liked having a look at that game. It was C for Crabby, published by Gabriele Amore in 2013. Got any comments about this game, similar games, anything retro, or indeed homebrew, then whack that in the comment section below. It creates a bit of activity which the channel always needs. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.